Welcome back to Michigan Sports Media Network, and as always, your host, Jay Sweet. I have Brad Thompson, our lead Tigers reporter, and then James Gullett, our lead Red Wings reporter, with me as well. As always, we're going to start, well, not always, but for the most part, we start with some Tigers. So we're going to get that out of the way first. So, Brad, the floor is yours.
All right, good evening, gentlemen, and happy St. Patrick's Day to all the drunks out there right now. So, I had to navigate on 75, a little fun today. So, guys puking on the side of the road and, using the force driving home. So, anyways, start off. Unfortunately, I want to start off with a little bit of bittersweet news here. Came across today that Kirk Gibson will not be any longer with the Tigers TV broadcast team. I think, as everybody knows, Gibby's in the fight of his life with Parkinson's disease. He's doing okay, but he does want to put all his efforts into his organization and what he's built there. So hopefully everything's okay there. He is going to come out and make some statements and things. And I mean, no one will ever forget 84. No one will ever forget it. He's just a legend. Michigan State, he would have been the number one pick overall in the NFL by the Arizona Cardinals. Tremendous football player. Obviously, know what he's done in baseball. He's been with the Tigers since 1977 when he had the stint with the Dodgers, winning the World Series, and then went to the Arizona Diamondbacks to be a manager. But this guy's a Detroit legend. He is. I mean, the home run in '84. I still think they should put a statue of him there with a colossal. I think it exercised a lot of demons out there. But so unfortunately, we won't be hearing him, this spring and summer. In other news, Jace Young, not surprising to me. I don't think it's going to be surprising to anybody else. He was sent down today. He was hitting a buck 21 up here or up with a big team. He's had his struggles. He's fighting the game right now at the plate, so I think it's the right move to do. He came up here for 37 games. He was part of that, of that young group we brought up that gave us that infusion of talent. That's what kind of gives me a little worry, though, to be honest with you, is that infusion of talent was great over 38 games and over the course of that run. Is it going to translate now into a 162 game year? I think Trey Sweeney was part of that group. Parker Meadows was part of that group. So hopefully that works out. At third base now, you're looking predominantly at maybe Zach McKinstry and Andy and Baez, and then I was a little surprised about seeing Javi Baez over there, but then again, maybe I wasn't because Sweeney is a plus defender, and people may say, well, it's El Mago over there. Well, El Mago he's a lot of sizzle. Defensively, sometimes he's not all steak. He can be a little lax over there. His arm can be a little errant. So, it's doable over there. It might have to be doable just because he is a good glove. I don't know, but you're going to need some defense over there. And quite frankly, I think you're going to need to make a move. I think around May, hopefully, again, when I do the two plus, 2- around there. But, man, I don't know. Third base might have to be addressed. And just floating something out there. And I've got no, credibility out there. I shouldn't say credibility, but I've got no feelers out there for anything. But, Rafael Devers is not having fun right now in Boston. His defense is okay, but he's an elite player. He's a top 10 hitter in baseball. But he is definitely not happy because he is in the DH role right now. Keep an eye on it because if third base is as bad as it may be, could be something that the Tigers may want to investigate. With going down to was Sean Gunther. Really not that big a surprise. His ERA was a 1.7.18, which is basically a lot of people on the roads. The bar's breathalyzer PBT right now, but he was horrible. He did come up here and throw well. He's got good heat. I don't know. We might see him go down, figure it out in AAA, and be up here on those bullpen days. Who knows? In other news, this is honestly, hey, look, he's hitting great, and I think it's awesome, but it's kind of scary when they mention Spencer Torkelson out in right field. Okay, he's not even that good at first base. Okay, I mean, everybody says, "Oh, he's a former shortstop," and you know what? He's not a plus defender even at first base. So we're gonna trot him out to right field. Okay, cool. I've got zero problem with Torkelson at first base and DH, and I'm glad he's hitting better. But if we've got him out in right field, folks, that's telling me a lot of stuff to worry about. That is telling me that Matt Vierling is perhaps nowhere near being ready to go yet. So, in better news, Wenzel Perez made his first start out there today. I'm not sure how they did. Game was wrapping up right when I left work, so it's good to have him back because we're going to need him out there. Riley Green, I think this year he's going to, and I think it'll be a big help for the Tigers. It's starting to look like this is his ball club. I think the Tigers really, they weren't a ship without a rudder. I think it was leadership by committee. But Riley Green now, he is the best. He's the best left-handed left fielder defensive player in the game. He's a top 25 player in the game, in my opinion. And he's starting to have more of a voice from what's being said out of Lakeland. He's always done his leadership through the way he prepares, goes about the game. But now he's taking some of these new guys under his wing. He is not a seasoned veteran, but he is a veteran on this ball club. We got to remember, this is the second youngest team in baseball. So Riley Green is, quite frankly, he Javi Baez is the oldest, but Javi's Javi. Riley's starting to step up in that role, and that's something the Tigers definitely need. So that is good news to hear. And lastly, what a great Sunday for the Pups yesterday. They absolutely shined. Max Clark did fine. He hit great center fielder. What he did was he made a veteran play. There was a guy taking a hard turn, looking to go to third base, put the brakes on. Usually a center fielder will just come up, get the ball in immediately to the shortstop, or even throw through because the guy was running pretty hard. Clark out there had a veteran heads-up play. He threw behind the runner, second base, nailed the runner. All right, that is something that is instinctual. That is not something that it just comes boom. And for having instincts like that for a 20-year-old, that is pretty damn good. Very impressive. Also, Theron Lozano just hit a missile for a double. He is a power guy for the Tigers, and they say his future is behind the plate. Kevin McGuingle, playing third base yesterday, made a dazzling play. He hasn't gotten any higher than A-ball. They're going to start off in double A, though, but he's had a fantastic spring. And 19-year-old Bryce Rayner, shortstop, first major league action, went 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. So these kind of showed why he is a first-round draft pick. So what we should get excited about is, guys, with those names that I just named, you've got your middle there. You've got your catcher in Lorenzo. You've got your shortstop in Rayner. You've got your center fielder in Clark. You've got McGuingle, who could play second or third. Then you got Hao Young Lee, who will play either second or third. We're talking a core that's going to be around for a long time. And these are just like wishful hoping they'll do all right. These guys are legitimate all-star type players. So it's really a feel-good story here. All they've got to do is keep progressing. Add a sprinkle in a free agent there. You got Riley Green. The sky's the limit. If they, with Jackson Jobe, they're going to get a Scooble deal done. I'm pretty damn sure about that. You get another veteran pitcher and some pitchers that are on the way. This team's not going to be going away. This isn't going to be a flash in the pan. I think they do take a step backwards this year, maybe just based upon the youngsters who really came through. I hope I'm wrong. I haven't made my predictions yet, so we will see. But that's all I got.
All right, and thanks for that, Brad.